Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to another live trading session for the NOS session on Friday. And this is, I would say, the most important trading day of the month, as we are going to see the monthly, weekly, and daily close. And it's pretty important to look at that, where the market potentially be heading, where the price action might be going. So it's pretty important to look at. Now, if you look at, we have opened two consecutive successful trade and we have taken that profit, and I believe you guys were here in the group also, all those shared in the group as well. Now here in this live session that I'm looking for another entry here to see that where the market might be heading, to see overall picture in this market. We'll be doing the full multiple time frame analysis. We are going to do a complete multiple time frame analysis along with also the sentiment and also the geopolitics, that where the market is eventually be heading based on the overall picture in the market. Already guys, ready. I'm waiting for all the members to show up, for those who are really passionate about trading, learning to trade and learning to grow. Okay, so it's Friday, right? In your zone should be also the Friday. I think everywhere in the world now Friday. So we can see that there is a significant move. Gold jump up last 12 hours. Yes, we saw that there was a significant jump on gold. It's mainly, if you look at that, we saw that this is the fundamental and the sentiment. Now what's happening here, that gold now slowly breaking below. Now this break could be the resuming this trend, or we could see that liquidity grab and upside continuation. This is what in this analysis we will be looking at for a potential trading opportunity in this market. So I'm looking at the multiple time frame analysis, and also if you guys looked at, you know that we have our previous session closed successfully, and two trades have also shared the breakdown. There will be more discussion on that, because we discussed the losing trade, we discussed the winning trade. That's how you can consistently learn and grow as a trader. So here is what you can see on the gold chart, and we will be also looking at WTI and also the DXY to see where eventually the market is heading. So let's see that here on gold, and this is the daily chart to see that overall picture. Now daily price action had a very, I would say that, significant breakout that you can see here. Okay, now previous daily, if you look at the ATR that you can see, with the ATR that has formed the previous day was 1071 pip. Okay, the ATR during that time, but daily volatility that has reached yesterday was 15,520 pip, so which is almost 1.5 times ATR. Okay, which is very important to look at. Hi sir, thank you very much. So if you look at those market structure, if you look at those price action that you can see with the ATR movement, okay, which is almost 1.5 ATR, with this 1.5 ATR move, what you can see, the market has created this impulse back to the upside, which is a stronger rejection of this lower price that you can see here in that market. So, and the market has here reacted of this support area that you can see. Okay, so you can see that the market of this is a key support where the market has reached that back to the upside. And also if you look at, this is another key support, also the market has reacted back to the upside here on XAUUSD. Now with this movement, if you closely look at that, the market on the daily, what I see, this is my personal opinion, I could be wrong, and that's the power of trading. The market may try to push little higher. Okay, and if you look at that, you can see the market now on the weekly, right? So it is possible, sell. Okay, all right, so that's good. Look, the way the market structure, see, we are in a buy or don't sell gold. King is buying. Okay, let's see, guys. You see that it's very important, because you see one very important, it's gonna really change your life and everyone's life, and my life, your life, everyone's life. Keep in mind that we consider that, for example, action, right? So what is an action? The action we consider, if you throw a stone on the water, that's an action, right? This is what you consider is wrong. Word also is an action. Keep in mind that it's a very powerful action. How does the word can be action scientifically? If you look at, okay, let's look at from the science perspective, because if you throw a stone on the water will create this ripple. Okay, the wave. Okay, so the wave has an energy, so the action carries energy. How does the word can be independently can be considered as an action? The reason is, to create a word, there has to be a vibration. Okay, if you look at the molecule in the air has to vibrate, because our vocal cord create that vibration. Okay, so and the vibration is just the transmutation of energy from one place to the other through the waveform, right? So the sound wave, right? So now you can say, okay, it's just creating a wave, but it's not doing anything. Have you studied the cymatics? So if you look at the cymatics, that if you give the sound wave to a specific send, okay, so let's say the send is like that, and give a sound wave to it, it's gonna restructure itself in a different form. So for example, if you see that the plate is like this, the sand is like that, and you give a sound wave, cymatica, it's called the cymatica, then the sand will restructure itself in a different form. Now everything we see in this universe is also a form, and that form also shaped or changed based on the frequency. That means that the wave, some of them is probably not detected by the human ear, but still there is a wave. For example, you are watching me, there is a radio wave, is not detected by human ear, but there is a wave. Wave itself is medium to carry energy. So not medium, it requires a medium. Only electromagnetic wave doesn't require a medium, but the sound wave, you need a medium to carry it along the way, right? So therefore, what also action? Now every action has an equal and opposite reaction according to the third law of the Newton. So therefore, if we look at that, if I say that, okay, let's say gold will go up and I'm certain, so that's an action. So that means I'm giving a certainty that gold will go up. It's okay, we can have that, but if I say that potentially gold is going up, this is why you see that I always say that is because it carries a different frequency than if I become very certain. And that's very important. Look at for one is no, that's true. And imperfection is the perfection of this universe, right? We all imperfect. That's where the perfection, right? The universe is imperfect. So therefore, let's become more and more imperfect. Are you a teacher? We all teacher and a student at the same time in this universe, right? Everyone born new and then keep learning. So there is only one, right? Teacher, student is one. All right, so now let's look at here what is in that area. Yeah, there is. Okay, now here is what you can see, that this is the weekly move that you can see of this level. Now with this weekly move, that the market eventually going to that, near to that level, and with this moving to this key level, the market might be here having a reaction back below. So this is initially we still could see that gold may go up, okay, here in that area, but the overall movement that could be the market. But I think if this weekly closed like that, as a, you can see series of lower high, still the market has a probability to come. But now what we can see that with the current, if you look at, I would like to look at also the current sentiment in the market, okay? So if you look at that, there is some negotiation has, we have heard that some negotiation has reached. So Strait of Hormuz shut down, a visual guide towards key oil checkpoints. So I think it's still shut down. There are some negotiation has reached as far as you know, but I think it's still not finally approved. I think that's gonna be potentially be a ceasefire extension, and let's see how that has. I'm really not sure that how much impact or influence it can have in the market. I think the key points in those negotiations, that as far as I know, is a couple of things: uranium, right, and then ballistic missile, and then the Hormuz, right? So those, if those are not fully resolved, what I think personally, even there is a ceasefire deal, still there could be conflict in near future. So it's because think of logically, right? If something happened due to something, and if not that been resolved, then it's likely to happen again. Okay, now this is how trading is, right? Trump added 250 million bill in the US yesterday. Do you think gold will sink easily, guys? I didn't think so, to be honest, guys. So with the news for the bill, I think the market, the gold price will not have because it's not gonna influence the gold price either up or down. I don't think so, because it's just, it might, you see that in also dollar bill. I think there was another person who was I forgot name, former diplomats in $100 bill, or Benjamin Franklin on $100 bill. So usually the people who has a contribution, sometime outstanding contribution, their image shown on the dollar. So I think a couple of them, one of them is Benjamin Franklin and many others. So usually the breaking news, like the market react very, very aggressively with, for example, sudden breakout of war or other factors such as economic crisis or economic downturn or natural disaster. These are the things that really, what I would say, that influence the market very, very strongly. But now let's see that what is at the moment in terms of the weekly market structure. I don't think if gold will sell today when bill is added to, gold usually go up. If gold will sell today when, okay, yeah, let's see that. Yeah, there might be, already we see there is a stronger momentum on, if you look at that on gold so far, but the market has reached near level to the resistance line that you can see here. And with this move that you can see of this, and you can see this is where I booked 60 pip, great sell. Okay, let's see that where. Now, if the market reject off this level, okay, if you look at that, if the market reject off this level, is the market might be here getting that reaction here back in that area. Okay, and so if you look at that, there is already a breakup structure. Now if this breakup structure shows that there might be a stronger drop, the market might come well below here in that area. Okay, So we'll see that Fed's daily policies is a good place. So $250 bill. Oh, so this is the design. Looks cool. Looks cool. Not bad. I think there are quite a because I don't hold any physical dollar. So some other, I think George Washington, in the first president of the United States, is featured on the front of $1 bill. See, in $1 there's George Washington. So you see that $5 note, Queen Elizabeth II. $10 note is poet and author A.B. Banjo Patterson, and also writer activist Dame Mary Gilmore. $20 note, Mary Raby. $50 note, David Unipian. $100 note, where I'm looking at, oh no I was looking at it. Okay, so USD you need to look at. So in George Washington on $1, let's bring that up here. So if you look at that, $1 George Washington, $2 Thomas Jefferson, $5 Abraham Lincoln, $10 Alexander Hamilton, $20 Andrew Jackson, $50 bill Ulysses St. Grant, and $100 bill is Benjamin Franklin. So I'm familiar with George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Benjamin Franklin. I have to look at more. I know a little about them, but not much. But I know a lot about these three personalities. So yeah, usually when especially those who has a economic contribution and other contribution, they remain in the dollar as a let's say that remembrance, and that's cool. That's good. This one looks also nice. And now let's see that what if you look at that, and there's text on Strait of Hormuz shut down. We got a couple of that today's what I see that BUJ. If you look at that on JPY, news was also significant growth on JPY. Now, keep in mind that JPY, so if you look at the safe haven, right, which is considered as safe haven for the investor, are DXY, okay, JPY, and gold. Okay, these are considered as safe haven, especially anytime there is any kind of uncertainty. Those instruments, those currencies or indexes goes up, is because investors more inclined to that instrument. Okay, so if you look at that JPY, consider is because inherently BUJ has a low interest rate policy. Everyone has a different. So that's why investors usually find it more of less inflationary. So why do like investors head towards the less inflationary? Is because when you have higher inflation, usually the currency devaluate. Okay, so that's why very high. You see that inflation is like a something over time changes. Okay, it's not possible to keep always inflation zero. There is always a range for the inflation, and sometimes it goes up, down. But if it becomes too high, okay, for example, Zimbabwe, or Zimbabwe's inflation was extremely high. Okay, so dollar get you need $1 million to buy coffee. Now how much I don't know. If anyone from Zimbabwe, you know that. So like that, it's gonna be very difficult to maintain the economic stability. Okay, now let's come back to the market here, guys. Now we had two trades earlier today. With this current shift in the market sentiment, we want to see that how the current price action is going here. So if you look at on here on gold, now gold, we see that after ranging in that area, the market slowly started to come back down here in that area. So at this point, if you look at that in this zone, the market might be here. So far we see there is breakup structure. The price might be here coming down back below here in that area. Okay, so this is where, if you closely look at that, the market is showing up that potentially the price action to create its pattern down here. So highly likely there is already a head and shoulder that you can see in this area has formed. Okay, so with this head and shoulder formation, the market eventually has broken that support area. Right now, with this support area break, the price action might be here. That you can see the price may come further lower, and this is where the overall trend that you can see can extend below. Here is a fair value gap. The market is still in an with this initial push back to the upside, is still in an uptrend here. Okay, so therefore the price action, you could say the price action is still can come back below here to fill that zone. Now, is this a reversal? Now you can see, or you could see that it is it a reversal or going back again? It's just a pullback. So this is what I would like to ask in a poll, guys. What do you think? What's your bias? Is it a reversal? So you can cast a vote with yes and no. So if you look at that, this is I have shared that a pool. Let me know, guys, what's your bias. Do you think that it's a reversal or it's just a pullback? We might see the market again going again back in the direction. What's your bias on that? So far here, what you can see in this area, the market shows that it is potentially a downtrending market structure that you can see here, and it's a downtrend, and we could see the price action in this downtrend. The market might be here coming further lower that you could see. Okay, so there is a fair value gap. All right, so you can see that this is a fair value gap, and in that fair value gap, which is the support, and the market has broken, there is a fair value gap. If the market reach there, it can still come back down here. Okay, so if you closely look at it, you can see that it is in a downtrend, and the market could eventually break below here. Okay, in that zone here for the lower time frame. So it might be, if you look at that, might be coming even lower. If that's the case, we can look for sell. Until we see that directionally biased fully, I'm not looking at any entry here. Okay, which is very important to look at. Keep in mind, guys, this is very important to look at when you are entering the trade. It's very important. And so the market has entirely broken back below. Okay, we can see the market has shared that momentum, and with this momentum, the price action might be breaking that low, and we could see here so far we can see the market trend shows bearish move, and we're looking at an entry in that area. After pullback, all of us let us buy at 4469 and 4452.30. Market is moving outside resistance level in 5 minutes time frame. Okay, so the market, if you look at that here, which is a support area, now from here you can see that the market has moved back to the upside, and now it is coming to the same support level. Okay, the trend is still bullish, and with that bullish trend, the price is approaching that support. It is still can go back up, but also there is a possibility for coming down to this support area. So we will be looking at the high probability setup. Here is a pretty stronger back-to-back two. You see that pretty packed consolidation, right? You can see up, down, and then sideways. And then you can see the market has reached the same up, down, sideways, which is a very strong consolidation that you can see here in that area. Now, this zone on the 30 minutes shows that there is a potential for a reversal. If that's the case, then we'll be looking at here in this market to come back down here, and that could be the price potentially coming to break that low, which is very important to see that where the market is coming. And if that's the case, we can look for an entry with a full risk managed setup, probability to come down here once we see it. But in this zone, there is a fair value gap, and highly likely we could see the market to come back here. However, if we see the price has gone up for a pullback, only in that case we will be looking at that entry. I hope that makes sense to you. Guys, we are ready for another entry here. Thank you. Thank you for all of your support, guys. It's an incredible trading days and week, and we had an incredible week. Looking forward to see it to move again. So here if you look at off this support, the market trend is maintaining this downtrend, and you could see the price action it has entirely broken back below, but the trend is still if you look at that, the trend is still intact, but there is a breakout structure. So if you look at, this is a lower time frame trend line that you can see here in this area, and with this lower time frame trend line, which is very important to look at, and the lower time frame trend line might be here pushing back, and that could be a breakup structure can happen here. If that happens, we can look for entry, but I will be fully waiting for the market structure to show its full pattern to see that where the market is going to be heading. So with that being said, here the market, let's delete this trend line again, as the market has shown that initial move, and we could see that the price action here to of this support, if you look at retest, and then could return again back in the direction of the trend, and you could see the market to show its downward move, and that could be that if it successfully, because if you look at the 15 minutes back to back, three large 15 minutes candlestick pattern has printed with a larger red candles. Okay, so with this 15 minutes candlestick pattern that you can see with the larger red candles could bring that market well here below back to the support area in that zone. So therefore the market still, if we see that it has shown significant bearish bias, we can look for that sell entry here in that area, which is very important to look at to see how the market does. And it's important, especially for the market movement. And also that for those who are curious about the market, and I always remain curious about the market, make sure guys you like this stream for more. And being curious means that you actually look at the overall directional bias, not only looking at one time frame, but also looking at the multiple time frame, also looking at the oil, right? When you are trading gold, I'm looking at oil, I'm looking at DXY, and also I'm looking at that euro dollar USD JPY. Not only that, also I'm looking at this one earlier today as well, because everything has an influence in the market, right? Because every market moves, they are interrelated, correlated. So also looking at the stocks will give you some of the ideas. Today I was looking at some of the pricing that I have seen, that AI stocks skyrocketing. If you look at that, some of the, I think, Nvidia and this one, IBM, Micron Tech. So especially with the current progress, and also if we look at the stock market as a forex trader, also I look at the stock market because that gives me a directional flow, right? Either a short-term trader or long-term trader, you're gonna get a huge a direction in the market. So when you look at especially this what is currently showed in the market, okay? So if you look at from that perspective, that currently the market, which way they are heading, and how you can in fact overall market movement, you could see that. So in that perspective, if you look at that, the price action here, it is entirely dropped back below. Now with this drop here, if we see the market has pulled back, how does all the market being showing up that where the price is heading? So if you look at the oil and USD/JPY and also the DXY, okay, so DXY, we saw that there was a break below to the support, and then the market slowly picking up here in that direction. If you look at that WTI, we can see the market here. This is a trend line, and there is a smooth, I would say that either a pullback or reversal. We'll be looking at that. So therefore, at the moment, for the short term, we can see that gold is still showing up that there might be an upside bias here that you can see in that area, which is key support area. And okay, here it formed an inverted head and shoulder on this 1 minute chart. Let's see if we something that we can think of now trading. Still hit all those levels that I would like to really look at the fresh perspective from the 4-hour that the market has dropped to this key support. This is this session's low and also the 4-hour low here. If you look at the 1 hour, I would like only to trade on a high probability move. This can be potential sell call or buy call. So I'm looking to go long of this level here. Stop loss will keep below this low, and TP target at this level. This is the TP1. Will be setting at TP2 with 30% more profit running here, and I'll be opening two separate position. One I will be running for the full with half risk. The other one I will be running with that for 3-to-1 risk reward here in that area. So we see that there is a liquidity gap here, and this is an uptrending market. The price action has created the bias back to the upside here. So I'm opening two consecutive position. My entry a little late, but we'll be looking to see the first one I will be taking out. That means the TP1. If the market successfully move up with nearly 200 pip, and the second position will be moving the stop loss, and then we'll be running for the TP2 at 4552. Just need to move the position here. You see there is a break above, and so I'm running little profit with this, but the expectation here that the market to have a possible move up. However, if the market reverse back below, we always can re-enter again. But for me, it's a high possibility that we could see potential reaction of this lower time frame support as this market is trending. So I set the TP1 here and TP2 here. Let me know if you guys did the same. So this is the TP1 here, which is the first profit target. We'll be taking 2 TP, and we'll taking the second profit target, which is here at this level, which is the TP2 here in that area. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now with this candle close, if we see successfully the market managed to break to the upside, we'll be able to see the significant movement here in this market. I would buy going up. The market is in a downtrend, very risky. Wait for setup and sell. Okay, so there will be always buyers and sellers, guys. Keep in mind that the market otherwise will not move. So still there will be seller, still there will be buyer. But we have taken the trade in the major flow. Now, depending on where it is heading. What's your bias? You can share in the live chat. And make sure you like. Did you like that too nearly to the view? Don't miss out to do that. And also, if you forgot to subscribe to the channel, don't miss out to that either. Press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting. We can see, if you look at the price action, shows that there is a potential for an upside bias. That could be here. Okay, cool. We can see some upside. Okay, I'm gonna take the first one here, guys. And I'm really hungry for the move. Something. Come on. So set the TP here, and if you look at the market showing up to be so it's creating a doji here in the day, if you look at, and it's pretty long doji. So TP1 is here, and with the market structure, usually the trend is always to follow. So this TP2 I'll be setting at 4552.72. So we set TP2 at 4552.72. And that's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting, guys. So you can see that. If we see successful move back going to the resistance line, it's gonna hit that profit target already. So it's moving back to that level, and successful reaction back to the upside can trigger that the market to have another wave of move here in that area. Okay, you can see the market slowly trying to break that high. We will see that where it is heading. Now the market reached little height here, and okay, it's a doji here now that you can see in this area, and from that zone breaking out here can create that significant momentum in that zone here. Told you to sell, no room for. Okay, so you can see after back-to-back few green candle formation, it's trying to make another pullback here. Now, and I'll also pay attention to the 15 minutes candle close, which is the first 15 minutes candle close after the 1 hour price action. Okay, so usually this kind of candle close can create an entire reversal move or can create that bullish move again. Right, so see that which one is likely to happen in this zone. With the TP1 we didn't have very big profit target, but looking forward to see that it's going to hit that area. Okay, got it. Got it. Okay, this is the market structure for me. I'm still bullish. Looks to me that the price action is still going upside. The market has not even finished 30 minutes momentum to resistance. Then you tell people to sell 30 minutes. Vision bullish, right? Okay. Usually, there will be always buyers and sellers in the market, right? And more often, you're going to see that they are nearly to 50-50. And if you look at the current pool that I have shared with you guys, I'm ending it. But before I ending, make sure you press a button here, and I'm ending in 1 minute. So you still have time to show your reflection here. Is it reversal on gold? Yes or no that we had. Okay, I see it's going up. Make sure you do that. Have you done that? In 1 minute, I'll be closing the poll. So let's see that what's okay. All right, I'm ending it. I know that some of you are still pressing, but if you look at that, is the reversal on gold? Yes, 50. So it's nearly to 50%, right? Nearly to 50%. Now, yeah, everyone has their own opinion. That's very good point. Everyone has their own opinion about not only the market but also everything, isn't it? Because human being can think, and everyone has their own opinion. So the question is, everyone has their own opinion about the market. Yeah. Yep. And that's why the market moves, right? Everyone has their own opinion and the market moves. That's why, because the market is moved by belief, right? It's the collection of millions of belief. So belief is what is not happen, no one knows, but belief can make it in one direction or the other. So the market is collection of beliefs. That means that if more traders or more higher volume believe that the market will go up, and it's going to go up, because when belief becomes strong, then it turns into action. And in that case, traders go long, and then the market goes up. It's a kind of fulfilling prophecy, right? The market also follow that same path. Now, there is a subtle difference belief and other factors. So let's understand that. Also will give you better understanding of your trading psychology, as trading psychology is more than 50% of your trading success depend on your trading psychology, guys. Don't give any low importance on trading psychology, because you're gonna be succeed based on trading psychology. Okay, now how does that belief creates that action as a trader, right? So let's start with the blank paper, right? If you have a white blank paper, you're gonna take a pen and then you start to write there, right? So that's a blank paper. So the brain, the human minded brain, is blank when people are born, right? Let's understand it. When a new kid born, then everything is blank. The brain is blank, no neural pathway, nothing, just a fresh brain. And now it's a blank paper. The first they see their parents, environment, family, culture, society, surrounding. It's very small, right? The kids cannot browse the internet or anything like this. So it's this small space where all the neuro connection develop, and at the age of 6, 7, they start to think. Okay, start to think. Before that, all are just information absorbing, because the kids can't think, but they can absorb what is surrounding them without any judgment. They just take it and become that. So with that said, what happened, that once they start to think, okay, let's say 8 years, 9 years, now they can think. Now once they can think, actually they don't think anything else. They only think what already been observed and installed. So what happened is that the belief is already developed during the time period. So what the thinking does is that it reconfirms the existing belief, because there is infinite information around you. So you just pay attention to the things that already familiar. Okay, so then once we need a bit of push here for the market to hit the profit target, right? Now once it's it's a feedback loop. So thinking, okay, and that thought creates belief. And when the belief become so automatic, it becomes a conviction. So conviction is when you creates the outer, that means the experience outer reality without even knowing it when you grow up. So how do you break that cycle? You can break that cycle at any point in time by just slowing down that thinking, okay? Because it's an maze pattern, like an unbroken loop that keep coming. So you can just block it at some area, and then you'll see that you're gonna started to see something different. So But you see the market is almost hitting the profit target, the TP1. And you want to see one more bounce. Looking at two direction is sometime okay. So here I'm looking at for another move here, guys. It's important to look at. Here we want to see one more bounce here back to give us the TP1, and okay, here the market is still showing that there is a possibility for moving up here to create a new higher high, and which is very important to look at here, guys. We see that I'm pretty excited to see the market to potentially go here back above. Already this can see that, yeah. You do what you do right 80% of the time, and I said wait for setup and sell, and you sell. Kind of tells everything. Everyone buy gold, don't listen this buy smarter. Okay, sounds like a closed your trade. No, I haven't closed. I just moved the entry for the second trade because the second trade has a different TP. I haven't closed. I'm running it. I'll be sharing once my TP1 hit. I entered late, so my profit is less, but I will be taking the same TP because when I was preparing the market move, it takes some time, like I need to double check every risk settings and everything. Okay, once I'm closing, I will be sharing. Okay, the TP1 will be closed, so I'm running two trades. One close at TP1, the other one will be running at full profit. Once the market cross the TP1, for the TP2, I'll be moving the stop loss at entry so that I don't have to take a loss again in case the market reverse for the TP2. So first of all, we would like to see the market being able to break that high. Now let's see that the candle close, and is it going up or it's again trying to push back down? Come on. This is still rising market. Okay, bounced, picked up. We are bullish. Thank you very much. I'm almost hitting the first TP. Come, I'm taking the first TP. Now I'm moving the second one at entry. Okay, move the second trade at entry. For the second trade, I moved the stop loss at entry. Already, so we are running 2 trades. Now the next one is risk free. If it goes up successfully to the full profit target, here we will be looking at for this one to take 330 pip. Okay. Now we close that first one. Let me know, guys. Give you feedback here. We are changing here everything in trading. I believe you guys with that. Make sure you like and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every day. That's cool. I've taken this the first TP, and I had little late entry, but that's fine. Okay, not always gonna be the same exactly. So I've taken the TP1. This is my TP1, and my entry was late, but I exactly closed at 4529.95. Okay, and the TP2 is still running. So we are at nearly here in this trade. The TP1 I have taken only 50 pip, nearly to 50 pip. Okay, little less than 50 pip, or more than 50 pip. Yeah. So we are taken the TP2 is still running, and I hope that you guys enjoying, right? And also I would like to know how many of you are running also the TP2 with me here. Okay, cool. Now anyone of you, okay, so say I or I am, if you are running TP2 here, it's gonna be huge. If you're running the TP2, took some profit at TP1, okay, that's what we need. Take that's what I have done. I've taken the profit and moved the stop loss at entry for the next one, so that in case the market is again breaking below, I'm not losing anything. But if the market fly back to the upside, we'll take this 350 pip added along with the 50. It's gonna be 400 pip total in this trade. Okay, so this is what we need to look at, guys, in trading, that managing the trade, where the money comes from, managing the trade. It's very important. US30, Nasdaq and US30. Let me have a look at what time frame. I need to know the time frame, because multiple time frame has a multiple trend, and it might create confusion. So Anthony, you asked for the US30. Can you let me know that what time frame that you are looking at, so that I can look at that time frame and see that what might happen. 4 hour. Okay. Right. Let's look at 4 hour. It's 30. All right. So here some pickup. Any breaking news? US30 inherently it is now in a bullish trend. We saw that deeper pullback. Now for me, I think US30 might prepare for another flight back to the upside. If you look at that, this is the daily, looks to me that this is daily order block, okay, which is pretty large order block. You can see that this daily candle, I'll keep standing out from everything. Let me tell you what it is. First of all, you see that this is the daily impulse here, okay, which is pretty big daily impulse, followed by pullback, right? So from here, this is the initial pullback, and with this pullback that you can see that the market has created this initial support, and then the price after initial support, the market has crossed that low, okay, and this is the daily candle that you can see. It has a very important confluence in it. You can see the market tested the daily 10 EMA, tested this support, and tested this daily 10 EMA and the support, and eventually the market, the candle closed above. And this daily red doji is very important to look at. Why? Because it tested this previous daily resistance as a support. So you can see it was moving in a channel which is an ascending channel. Okay, now off that ascending channel, the market has dropped to that previous resistance turn support, and then with this daily doji, first one daily red candle dropped to that, which tested this resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, which is turning support. And then the next day, the market again created another doji, which has even penetrated this daily low and then closed back above. So that is showing that because there is a high possibility the market to eventually to run back up. So this is a sign of this channel that you can see now shifted to an upper channel. So the market might now trade like that. So if you look at that, this channel might be now creating here potentially a bullish channel here like that. So the market might be going back like this. So you could see the market going up, create a higher high, and then moving in this bullish channel here. Okay, so this could be the situation with US30. So I've been keeping an eye on a China H cash index, and I'm looking to swing it for long, but it keeps falling. What would you best area to buy it? China H cash index, it's on, so I didn't look at it. Which one is this one? Back again to TP1. Is this one? Third one? Can you see that? Share cash. I'd say probably you're looking at this one here. Okay, China H share cash. So you're looking at, right? We see this is currently in a, if you look at the monthly, Yeah, so this monthly candle, which is almost nearly to close, it looks to me there might be bearish. If you look at the after the previous one, the market crossed that high and then rejected back below. Okay, so if you look at the weekly, so far there might be here. There is a head and shoulder. So from the weekly, head and shoulder. From the monthly, potentially forming head and shoulder. Daily chart here, that so far to me it's still, if you look at the daily chart, that you can see there is a crossover of both 10 and 20 EMA, and multiple times the price reacted to the resistance line. So if you look at that support, down resistance, that you can see support here, down resistance, and there is a rejection of this, can be for further downside here. So it may come back here to this support, or it might move in a range, or can come further lower. But looks to me that bearish, because if you look at a couple of zones, the market has a large head and shoulder formation, and after creating large head and shoulder, if you look at, there's one here and there's one here as well. So that's where the market, okay, has potentially created few large head and shoulders. Okay, so with this couple of large head and shoulder, what do you see? There is a head and shoulder, the market drop, head and shoulder, drop, head and shoulder, therefore could be to the bearish move. And the overall, if you look at, this is from the historically, it is actually downtrending market here up to 2024. If you look at the 1st of January 2024, it was in a downtrend and the market has gone up. It might resume the long-term downtrend, depending on of course other factors, fundamental, technical. But at the moment, technically, I would see that this is a potentially a bearish trend, right? So thank you very much. Now let's look at where the gold is heading at the moment on this one here. So of this level, the TP1 has hit, and the market is in that trend now. You can see it's maintaining that uptrend, and I would say that it might have started a bullish move. Okay, so here, if you look at that, the market has reacted back to the upside, but my entry was late, so I'm just running the first trade taken. Now, if you look at, probably guys are running this, you can keep running here, and let's see if I can re-enter again. This is a bull market. I'm going to look at this trade. I'll be patient here, which is good to see that. I think there is a important news has come out in terms of the war and the current geopolitics. So Iran's Galibaf states no measure will be taken until other party take action. So I think this one here, Iran is, we have no trust in guarantee or words. Only actions are the measures. No action will be taken before the other side acts. And the Strait of Hormuz shutdown here that you can see. Strait of Hormuz shutdown, a visual guide towards key oil checkpoint. So here, if you look at overall, I think there is one here. This is very important for the market news. Market stabilizes as ceasefire optimism softens safe haven demand for despite Fed hawkish bets. Okay, the market is pushing high here. Okay, and with this movement, it may continue to rise here, back above. And I believe you guys enjoying the session, enjoying the trades. It's rising up. So what you can see here, that overall the market trend, along with also if you look at that in that area here. So this is what the market now is pushing back here in that area, right? If you look at that, the market structure is maintaining its uptrend. How you need to look at here from 1 minute to 5 minutes, 15 minutes, all swallowed with buy from the bottom. Now we are 30 minutes confirmation. Okay, the market trend is pushing here back above, and with this movement the market structure may here maintain its momentum, and we can see the trend continues. And with this continuation of this trend here, we are looking at for the price action retest and then revert back again towards the upside here in this area. And in the meantime, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure don't miss out. If you look at that, now we are here trading with the most updated trading system, right? We have upgraded. This is also one of developed. This is also an artificial intelligence developed in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. We have developed many indicators, robots, and that can assist us as a trader. I don't want always to make all the decision made by robots or AI, but I can take the assistance, right? Imagine that you are in a battlefield, okay? You need to fight with the market is in fact a battlefield. You can't trade without fighting with the other trader. You can't do that, because if smart man is trading with a bigger volume, and as a retail trader, you also need something to trade with them, right? Because they're trading with artificial intelligence now, and it's the reality. You can't avoid it. So to be profitable, you need to have that kind of tool that can change how you look at the market. Now, why you look at this Forex Trading Wizard Academy? You guys know that I'm trading since on live market, almost from 2020 now, 6 years trading live in this channel every single day. The academy is developing. Since the beginning of this academy, we have developed the updated robot, and that was completely every single month and week and year was refined and updated. In trading, in retail trading, I don't see anyone even can come closer to us in developing the robot and system that even can come closer to me. You guys have seen further so in the academy, right? Now it's time to take that fruit. Now it was a seed and tree. Now its fruits is coming. So make sure that you stay updated with every single move that you need to take. Take early move. And here in the academy, I have a special branch where I am trading with some few individuals using the sophisticated AI as well as the robot trading tool that only available with few limited. It's not for sale. It's not for buy. It's just to help the traders to upgrade their trading skill, to take it to the next level. All right. So now the premium group is just here, open for few numbers to take into that. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to trade with AI or anything. You just observe and learn and think, and then when you need to take action, you can take action. So the link for the group is free to join now at the moment, and with for limited number, so you can find the link below this video. So I'm also sharing the premium group link here in the live chat. It's a safer group that we are trading every single day, so you can just join there and stay connected. Make sure you pin the group at the top. Each Sunday I organize a special Zoom live event where you also have an opportunity to interact with me directly, verbally, where you can also ask question, anything that about trading or anything that you have, even about the relationship, right? It's very important to have good relationship. Make sure that you do so. Self contract is over. Goodbye. Self contract. Yeah, so the market is pushing here high, right? We can see that it's moving back to the upside. That you can see the market is in this uptrend here, and we have today. I'll be more than happy today. We have quite a few successful entries. Okay, and that's what you need to do as a trader. Successful entry every single day. Okay, successful entry every single day. That will change how you look at the market. Okay, now we still have some time to go, but I would like to see how many of you are on this trade here. That's next TP2. How many of you on this? And letting you know, guys, mine, this TP2 got break even due to I have entered the late because I was preparing for sending the alert in the group. So I have taken only one. Okay, I have taken the TP1. My TP2 has gone out break even, but I'm happy today. I had back-to-back 2 wins, which is more than happy. Holding the one contract. Okay, very nervous. All right, that's okay. That's okay. Hold. For those who are holding on TP2, hold on. I was very passionate about, but my entry was late, so I was little up. When the market came back for a pullback, it took me out of the trade. But that's okay. It's a part of trading. I'm going to sell. So if you are still running TP2, that I would say that keep running till the full TP. I have also moved my stop loss at entry. So therefore, if the market reverse back, then I am not losing, like I'm not on the trade, but it's the way. When you move the break even, then you can run as many as you want, because if the market reverse, you are not going to lose anything, right? That's the main goal here. All right. So if you look at that, at the moment, gold is very volatile, okay, which is trending a lot, and it's gonna keep doing like that. Okay, it's gonna keep moving because there is a lot of volume coming now on trading. People are, because with the current trading system, trading become much more easy to do, right? It's not like long ago that you had to look at 4-hour daily chart and wait for a trade for 15 days just to see it gone to the stop loss. Now we can trade in minute, in a second, right? And to trade with fast moving market, with a fast strategy, you need the tool that can help you to grow, okay? That can help you to give you a trade that you can execute faster, manage the risk faster, which is very important to look at. Already, so still, it's Friday, end of the month, end of the week, end of the day, but it's just the beginning of a month, day, and week. It's a very interesting concept, guys. Keep in mind, we only think of end. Remember, anything you think of end is also a beginning of something else, right? Or the same thing. It's an endless cycle. Can you find a night and day that not connect with the ending the day, 24-hour a day and night, not starting another day? There has to start. This is the universal law. Time is infinite, right? You can't end it without beginning. You can't end something without beginning. So something is end means that also it begins at the same time. So ending and beginning is actually one point. Point A is also the ending and also the beginning. I thought you could see a breakout structure towards 4500 level. Too nervous, yeah. It's moving back here. So you can see the proof. You see that today is the last day of the month, last day of the week and day, right? Month and week. So you might say, okay, it's finished, it's over. But just wake up, you find another one. Starting of the month, starting of the week. And then NFP. So always stay dreamy, right? Dream big. So you can say coming up NFP, another big trading week. It's huge. So this is the TP2 is massive here, almost 320 pip. I'm holding buy from 1 minute until now 30 minutes, and waiting for 1 hour confirmation again. Thank you, Citadel Securities. Okay. All right, see that where could be, okay, it might go a lot back to the upside here. Okay, it's pushing back to TP2. No, it must be for the was making money. Okay, there is a 4-hour FBG there. Shabab, okay, cause how do you determine the TP2 level? Okay, so the determination of this TP2 level, if you look at that overall, is based on the order block and the risk reward. Let me tell you guys how I look at. So if you look at this is the previous zone where there was sideways market, and in that previous zone you can see this is a narrow red doji, right? So this narrow red doji is where there is this is a pretty long doji that you can see in this sideways market. Now with this movement that you can see of this level, this is where the doji, and this doji is in fact an order block. If this market, if you look at it, it's coming from the very low. If this market has reacted to that, chances for this price action to go back again to retest this support as a resistance is very, very high. And that's the TP2 reach. Yeah, okay. Congratulations, guys. 320 pip. I'm not there, but I'm really congratulations to you for holding that massive winning trade. And that's fine. We are here. I'll be looking at for the next one to come up here. Okay. Now, the key points here is our passion about trading. Hold with break even and don't close your earlier. Thank you very much for your call. And I believe it was an incredible live session. Do you believe that? Say yes if you, at least one of you say yes that you believe that. Since spectacular live session, I'll keep doing every single day. Coming up, another live session on Monday. We'll be doing 2. All right. Massive winning trade. Thank you very much. Yes, absolutely. Massive winning trade. Now, homework for the weekend. Okay, guys, I believe that for those who are here, are really serious trader. Okay, I really want to see the serious trader. Homework is that regardless of how you spend your week, okay, remember one thing: nothing is impossible in this world. So therefore, it's only impossible if you go against the gravity, right? You can't change the gravity, but within the law of this universe, you can have anything as long as you keep focus and doing on it. So this weekend, set your mind for 5 years or for the rest of your life. Dedicate yourself in trading. Keep working, keep trading, and focus on the next move that is coming. I'll see you there again very soon with further update. But for those who are in the group, I'll see you on Sunday. Tomorrow coming up, weekly Forex forecast. Very important. Pay attention to that. And also coming up on Sunday on Zoom session. It should be an extended Zoom session where you will be going directly verbal. Okay, we will be asking question and we'll have a discussion and we'll prepare for the next week to double down everything. Until that, guys, stay well, stay happy, and I'll see you there. Until that, we'll be looking at shortly after.